Alright. Hey everyone, it's Rich.
Hey everyone, it's also Rich.
Yes,
And
Ersan couldn't,
characterization of this episode.
Ersan couldn't be with us today.
That's right. That's right. Two for the price of one.
Yeah, he's doing laundry.
I am doing laundry. Episode 7, Depth.
It is depth. It has a lot of depth to it.
Also, funny play on words because they are in the depths of the ocean.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. I was thinking about the story, but yeah, you're right.
Yeah, a lot of depthfulness.
Yep, Greg Wiseman's a genius.
Oh yeah, just to give you guys the skinny on this episode. Find out Calderon.
Wait. Let's start. So the episode opens.
Oh, so Artemis is back on the team, and Wally doesn't want her to be back on the team.
Wally's all pissed, even though she throws in his face a few weeks ago, referring to the last episode that he was wearing the old red and yellows.
Yeah, so
right.
Nightwing recruits what's-her-face Artemis back on the team. The poof is back.
Yeah. What did he need her for exactly? Like in the story, like on the team, like to shoot the rocket or something? Or?
They needed her archery because it explains a lot. Certain situations she would be strong for, but now, given what we now know, the biggest spoiler of them all that'll shift this series, because we're almost halfway through the second season now.
Right. So what happens basically? They're on the team, and unfortunately, Artemis gets murdered.
Or does she?
Damn, Artemis. Yeah, that's spoiler. I mean, Rich. Yeah. So they're fighting Calderon. And Lagoon Boy, who no one really cares about, gets kidnapped. They're fighting, and with one of his water sword thingies, magic, Calder stabs her, and Nightwing tries his best to resuscitate her.
Mm-hmm.
Superboy, I mean, she must be dead, but Superboy couldn't hear her heartbeat. The team is in mourning. They don't really seem to. I mean, Lagoon Boy is mentioned by Nightwing later on, but they're more concerned about her dying. Like, you think Megan would care? Maybe she did care. She just didn't mention it. But you think? I thought she was more sad for Artemis dying than Lagoon Boy being taken. Oh, then we get a warehouse scene. Nightwing, he's waiting. They're like, oh, wait, the team asks for early. What Nightwing goes, oh, what's a while.
Mm-hmm.
So he's in the warehouse. So I'm wondering if actually from last week, the episode with Bart, I wonder if a lot of people even know who Nightwing is.
His secret identity? Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I wonder. Although, I mean, Wally definitely knows. I wonder if Artemis knows because, she preferred him as Nightwing in the beginning. Anyway, so they're in the warehouse, and he's like, well, he thinks it's Wally. Wally's like, no, I mean, what do you say? It's me, old friend, or something. It was Calder, and you think they're gonna fight. But now you can spoil it.
That's right. Calder is a double agent.
Boom.
Wow.
That was trippy, man.
Something else. So basically everything that he's been doing so far is a way to kind of just deter and not inflict too much harm and damage. He's a mole coming out of a season where we had a mole. They flip it on them.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Good point.
Yeah, that's right, man. Flip the script right on them.
Yeah, I get it. They take the team.
Yeah. So
they got inspired by the light, with the bad guys putting them all on their team, sort of.
Makes sense why Batman told Nightwing in the beginning. He's like, this seems like you and your team need to figure this thing out. Now it kind of makes sense what he was talking about, because Batman probably sniffed it.
Or, Nightwing's just a good soldier boy and Batman playing the whole thing.
And the B plot was the sort of like love stuff. Connor and Miss Martian still have feelings for one another. Lagoon Boy probably already understands that she's not fully into him.
He's a rebound.
Yeah. He's a little bit jealous.
Yeah, not to discriminate. He's an ugly fish monster. I know she's no prize herself in her real form, but she can transform.
He's jealous because they're in the bioship together, and they had to play that ruse that Miss Martian was
Martian
Manhunter, and Superboy was Superman in Superman's costume.
Yeah, so she's levitating him from like afar, so no one can really see. Because he looks like Superman, he just looks like a younger Superman.
Right. So they give us the little exposition to let them know what happened. Turns out he must have been mad at her, and she tried to erase that part. Kind of like the Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Yeah, okay. So we get like a reference from what was it, the second episode when they kind of hint at it, the way she is with the mind, because when she's like fighting the Corliss Tyranny?
Yeah.
When she's doing a mine and he's kind of like all mad about that. So we kind of get more into that where it's revealed that she would attract enemies, the people's like psyche, and he called them victims, and she said, no, they're bad guys. And he called her Simon, and she really was offended.
Yeah, that's right. That triggered her.
Yeah, triggered. That's probably what she cut.
It's like when you call someone crazy or something like that.
Yeah, that's probably why she cut her hair off, or she transformed so she doesn't have to have a long hair anymore. That's what chicks do when they get mad. They cut their hair off.
But a solid episode. I really liked how in depth everything was. It moved really well. The action was also pretty cool. Artemis comes back. I knew something was up because she can't just die the moment she comes back. She's like a pro. She has many
makes sense.
Experience.
In hindsight, you're right. It does make sense in hindsight. Why would they bring her back just to kill it? I mean, I thought when I saw him kill, I thought that was a way just to get Wally back in the team, and he was gonna have his whole revenge.
That's a good point.
Thing against Calder, and he was gonna be like, go rogue. And she gets right. So okay. One thing you didn't mention was besides he's the mole. He's to get close to Black Manta in order to get close to the light.
Right.
They're still fighting the light. Like the Justice League doesn't care. Justice League is like, go ahead, kids, have fun. We'll take care of the big stuff.
That's true. You know, I also argue that they're kind of maybe even taking advantage of the situation now that like the main Justice Leaguers are kind of off-world.
Except for Wally. I mean, except for Barry and Hal.
Yeah, but they can kind of get away with something like this because they might not be reprimanded.
Right.
You know?
And everyone's going wild. Makes me wonder though if really Nightwing is the leader. I mean, did Nightwing claim this, you think, or do you think it was Calder that really claimed it?
He's leading right now, you know, but now it's a ruse. A lot of what's going on is a ruse.
I mean, he's leading. Yeah, Nightwing's leading. But do you think who came up with the actual plan was him or Calder?
I think it was him. I think it was a mixture of him and Calder.
Which shows Nightwing as an opportunist. Then, if he said, "Oh, that's your father, Black Manta's your father. I'm so sorry you had to figure that out." You want to do something for the team, though?
This is a risky mission, though. They're really tempting fate because a lot of things could go wrong. Lagoon Boy wasn't supposed to get kidnapped, and he did.
Yeah. Oh, and she gets the missile thing that what was that thing that shot? Remember in the beginning, when they mentioned that that wasn't supposed to be a satellite, wasn't supposed to be destroyed.
Oh yeah, because Black Manta put that thingy in the thing.
Yeah, but also I want to just point out a little thing. She gets a glamour charm.
She does from
Zatanna. When Zatanna doesn't know what it is, but it's kind of hinted that Nightwing, that kiss on New Year's Eve wasn't just a kiss.
It leads right to this glamour charm.
Yeah, while I close him a door.
Yeah.
So yeah, still have that friendship.
Oh yeah.
What
would you rate this episode?
10 out of 10.
Really? Our first 10 ever?
R?
Yeah, I think so.
You think you rated 10 out of 10 as well?
Well, meaning the first 10 we've gotten on the series.
No, I think it's 10. I think it had everything that had.
I'll go with the 10 too. It's a lot.
You don't have to. I mean, I'm just saying. I think the twist was great. The action was great. Even the B plot didn't feel so much like a B plot to me because it felt like more connected. It felt like just one giant A plot.
Yeah.
Well, you don't have two different things going on at the same time.
Most of the episodes are a bit more than A plots and B plots.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
All right.
It's a fluid connection.
No, it's a connection, yeah, but that's the point. Yeah, you're right. It's a fluid connection. It's like maybe A1, A2.
Yeah.
But this episode felt like a total A plot. It didn't feel like the whole love story thing that they were still working on the same mission. It's not like the last episode when they had was it Bart Allen and was it Blue Beetle the last episode? That was the episode before.
That was the Flash. All the Flashes. You noticed fours. I noticed that the last 3 episodes had groups of 4s.
Right. So Blue Beetle was before that. Then I just reviewed this. Sorry, guys. But the episode when they had the Blue Beetle, they had like A plots. They had like an A. Oh yeah, it was Blue Beetle. Yeah, you're right. I'm wrong. Because the last episode, 2 episodes ago was, even though they kind of connected at the end, they had the Alpha female squad, and Blue Beetle story.
Right.
But that felt like 2 separate plots just coming together, like 2 different trains.
I agree.
Well, this one just felt like the whole thing was together. It just, they were in the same mission. It's just that they had their own little personal side stuff.
Yeah. Now makes me wonder, how far is the light's reach when it comes to all of this? with the metahumans and stuff like that. Now Calder, we find out, is a double agent. So we're gonna see if he's gonna be put into situations where that's gonna be tested, because that's where it's gonna wind up going. The writing is too good for there not to be that.
Yeah, and more Black Manta's Aquaman's arch nemesis. She's not gonna. All of us. I mean, I would be suspicious. Even as my kid, like you work with Aquaman, all of a sudden you want to work with me.
Right. And ultimately, what is a decision to have to kill off Artemis so soon? How does that affect the team? Once the team finds out that she's alive, will they see Dick in a different way?
Right. And Caldor too, when they found out he's a liar.
Right.
Both liars. And Superboy, he seemed like he was getting better this, from the last 5 years with his anger issues. This might push him back.
All right, folks. That was episode 7, Depths. Coming up next, episode 8, Sacrifice.
Nice. This episode is more of a sacrifice. Well, I guess it's Depths. Hey, it's Rich.
Hey, it's Ersan.
Yeah, he got back from doing laundry. So
that's true. I did get back. Yeah, it was good. It wasn't bad. I noticed my machine had a bit more like frothiness in the soap, if that makes any sense.
I'm sure anyone that's done laundry knows what you're talking about.
I feel like the soap covered my clothes in a way that I was satisfied. I was like, wow, that's a lot of like soap on the clothes.
Nice, degrass all you want.
Episode 8, Satisfactions? Do I have that right?
Yes, and I was very satisfied. Although the last one, you pretended to be me, called it, I think, Sacrifice.
Right. Sacrifice, that's right.
He messed up, folks.
Definitely Sacrifice. So this is Sacrifice.
No, this is not Satisfaction, but I get what you did there. So yeah, this episode was pretty good. We get a little bit of the fallout of the last episode. But they mention the last episode in the beginning. They mention that he's recovering Speedy.
That's right.
Looked over by both Green Arrow and Red Arrow.
Mm-hmm.
And this episode
kind of remind me of Justice League 2-part episodes for some odd reason.
I don't know why they had 2-part episodes, but it wasn't as episodic as this.
Right.
Everything goes into one. Well, Justice League had a lot of big events. This one kind of has smaller events, but it makes them feel bigger.
Mm-hmm.
So we get that. We get
it's more huge from an emotional perspective, emotional spectrum.
Yeah, we see both Roy and Ollie's clone Roy, and Ollie's guilt.
Mm-hmm.
Real Roy wakes up. He flips out. I mean, it's like I wonder if this character was ever happy. The clone is just angry all the time.
Hopefully.
I mean, I guess getting your arm cut off and finding out you have a clone and waking up after finding out it's been 8 years later. It's kind of a lot to take.
He was happy for Grandpa's cough medicine, I'll tell you that. I like that beginning scene, though. It was pretty interesting. I like how he was saying to Clone Roy, he's like, I can't be too upset, more mad at Green Arrow than he was at the clone.
Yeah, but I think that was more... It wasn't so much that he was giving the clone a shot. I think it was more... Maybe a little bit of shot, but I think it was more like his anger clouded his judgment more, and he was like, this guy took me in, this guy trained me. How could this guy not know I was missing?
Yeah.
Because he does show a little resentment towards the clone when he finds out the clone's been living his life.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And he makes a joke. Not a joke, kind of. When he escapes, he goes to like the secret hideout with the arrows and stuff, and he does the eye scan thing, and he goes, he has red arrows. Oh, how original!
That's a clutch move. I like that move. I probably would have done the same thing.
Yeah,
a lot happens to him early.
Yeah, I know Roy. I don't think Roy has a clone. At least in the main comics, I don't think Roy has a clone, but he has been Speedy, Arsenal, Red Arrow. Now I think he's back to Arsenal.
Oh wow!
But he had a problem in the comics. He was a drug addict in the comics. I think I mentioned that in a review a couple episodes ago.
Right.
When we see clone. What I thought was kind of really nice. Like he kind of reminds me a lot. So I think he does have kind of a badass. If I can say that on this show.
Yeah.
He's kind of like a badass personality a little bit. So I think in the comics he does team up with Jason Todd later on. And
fun.
I think Starfire, they become like Red Hood and the Outlaws. And he's under the Arsenal. Anyway, I'm saying he really reminded me a lot of Jason Todd kind of in this.
Interesting. Who we do see a small cameo.
Oh yeah, we see. Oh yeah, that's right. We see the whole of
Hall of the Fallen, maybe.
yeah, Hall of the Fallen. That's a good name
Right,
for it.
right. Tula, shout out to Tula. You did great.
Tula, aka Aqua Girl,
Jason Todd was there. You did,
is
homie.
the Robin. Yeah.
Artemis,
We,
who's there but not really there because she's
oh
alive.
no, we see a hologram. We see Ted Cord.
We do. That was cool. I liked his costume.
What's kind of weird though is Ted Cord would have been more like was he even associated with the Justice League of the team? He feels like he wouldn't belong on the team.
He may have been in Justice Society.
No, I don't think he's that old. No.
I'm not up to date on my Blue Beetle.
No, it's just if he was in Justice Society, you see the way obviously Red Tornado is a robot, but you see Jay Garrick how old Jay Garrick is.
I mean, there's been different incarnations now of Justice Society.
Yeah, they only had one Justice. There's Justice Society than Justice League. I mean, but maybe you're right. I don't know.
Who knows? I'm thinking. I don't remember. I did work at the comic book place, but
you're the experts, huh? We do get like a sweet scene later on though, with Wally and Artemis's mother at her grave.
We do. It's a ruse, man. Look at that.
Wally feels guilty. Then we see Jay with her baby, Aaron Roy's baby, Clone Roy's baby, and Sportsmaster.
We do.
I can't believe he's the grandfather, Sportsmaster.
You know what's interesting about this episode?
What?
There's an A plot, and there's like a small B plot, small C plot, small D plot. There's little things that happen in this episode.
All right. Because we had like a little small day. When we go back to the hole, we have a little thing with Bart and trying to befriend Blue Beetle for some reason.
Oh yeah, this episode plants so many small things that you have to pay attention to.
Yeah, we get like a lot of more. One thing that's interesting is obviously it kind of figured it out if they put the clone there.
Right.
But I thought it was kind of interesting. Like Lex Luthor obviously has to know that Green Arrow is Olive Queen.
I think, yeah.
You know, he's like Roy Harper is his ward or adopted son or something. I think Ward like that, like the way Batman.
I like the way Ward sounds.
I think it's Ward. That's the way Batman treats like Dick Grayson.
Mm-hmm.
But it's weird he didn't like do something with that information. And it was smart that they took him because if they would have taken, unlike no offense to Oliver Queen Green Arrow, but unlike him, if they would have taken Dick Grayson, Batman would have known it was a clone. He would have figured it out. But he must know. It's weird he knows that. We also see Tim Drake in sunglasses acting to Dick Grayson in season 1.
Yeah, man. Got to keep the continuity.
Yeah, so that proves that has to be Tim Drake.
Right.
They proved a couple episodes ago. Never mind.
You know what, though? I liked Jason Todd's Robin outfit.
Oh, his costume was pretty cool.
Yeah, it looked pretty cool. Tim Drake's is also pretty decent. I mean, Damien's is probably...
Oh, Damien, you don't know what they're going to actually do on the show.
Yeah, but I'm saying just in general, I like his Robin costume. It's pretty cool. And I think Dick Grayson's is iconic.
Well, no, his costume was pretty cool. His costume is in this Young Justice, not his Nightwing, but his Robin. It's kind of a combination of, I think Tim Drake's and Jason Todd's over the years, because his original costume, he's wearing, no pants, he's shorts, and his pixel shoes. We've all seen the Adam West Batman also, so...
Who's coincidentally named Bird Ward.
Yes, Bird Ward. We've seen his, and that's the way it was in the comics, which is really ridiculous. At least the Robin's colors have kind of dark. They're not so light compared to Batman's.
But I do like what this episode provides. I also like the way Lex Luthor was written. I like the way they use his words and how he says them. So kudos on the voice actor and kudos on the writing. That's when it's a good alignment.
Oh, also, I want to point out we do have another plot, a small plot with the girls. Not a nice squad, but they'll have celebrating a wedding shower.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Bridal shower.
I like that they plugged that in there.
Yeah, it's kind of cute seeing them all together. They're just at some brunch. The girls, girls love brunch. Anyone that's ever been on a dating app knows girls love
brunch. That's a good point. It's also... There is an emotional aspect to this show. So they lose a friend. If you think about it, Artemis, they're not in on it. Sad. So their friend comes back in her first mission in a long time, and then she gets killed. Or quote unquote killed. So I understand that they're trying to move on, and they prevail at the end. They move on fairly quickly though.
Well, I get it, because they do have guilt, and then this is what Artemis would have wanted. The only thing I was thinking is, as far as they know, Lagoon Boy's still alive, and Miss Martian, she's worried about him. She does mention it, but she does mention how guilty she feels. But I would have said, "Listen, my boyfriend's missing. Sorry, I can't make it. I have to go search to see." I would have searched this. I mean, her power, she could have probably maybe even lifted the whole ocean.
Because she doesn't like him like that.
Huh?
She still likes Connor. She's
She's a rebound, I guess. He's a rebound.
You know,
just still, well, I mean, it's kind of crazy, like that she, celebrating. I guess Connor she wouldn't do this with. Connor should be scouring the seven seas.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Going through, multiple episodes in order to get.
And she probably would have transformed instead of a mermaid. She would have transformed into like a submarine or something.
A merman.
Oh, a merman, yeah. So maybe a whole submarine. I was thinking if she can expand that far.
Yeah.
You just start shooting rockets and stuff.
Something I do want to note about this episode, the original Roy. I don't know. Well, Red Arrow will be Red Arrow. Original Roy is going by Arsenal now, but within a span of like a little amount of time, Roy goes from recovering, but within a span of a couple hours, a lot of things happen to him. It's a bit too much for, I guess, him from a character perspective. Because now, what the hell is he gonna do? He's got this brand new arm. What's he gonna try to do? Because Red Arrow, his thing was, especially in season 1, I got to do everything to make sure that I can get into the Justice League. So he's working harder, and all this stuff. So now, what's this Roy's agenda? If you really think about it,
he gotta find himself.
True. If you really think about it. We have now 2 seasons of Roy doing something.
Yeah.
Like a small little thing that happens behind the scenes and then he pops back up consistently, right?
Yeah, it was a good episode. It was great. 9 out of 10 for both of us.
Sweet. Yep. All right, folks. Episode 8, Sacrifice. We're going through these. Not too bad.
Wait, it's not. Wait, it's episode 8, Satisfaction.
It is Satisfaction.
You said it again. You didn't mess up again. It's Satisfaction. And just a real quick thing, the reason...
I was right the first time.
Yeah, so the reason why was... We said Sacrifice originally.
I did say Sacrifice, yeah.
The reason...
Even in wrong.
Yeah, it relates a lot to the plot because now Roy is satisfied.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's really just Roy is satisfied and Clone Roy is satisfied.
Right. Because Green Lantern's... Green Lantern.
Green Arrow.
Because Green Arrow's hurt.
Yeah, he's not satisfied.
Nope. All right, folks. Coming up, episode 9 and 10, and then we'll be halfway done with the season. Woo! Going fast. Gotta go fast.
Yes, baby.
Shit. I got the running out of time Zoom thing.
Oh, yeah, me too. All right, guys.
All right, folks.
Tell your moms we said hi.
Oh, sure, yeah. Tell them hello. Good day.
Or your dads too. Not to make it weird. Tell your dads too. Peace.